Welcome to the WordPress tutorial where we're going to show you how to get your site up and running with WordPress from start to finish, starting at the very beginning and going through a lot of cool features. So let's jump right in. We're actually in the members area right now, which is just www.website.ws/members. So if you just navigate to there, put in your username and password, and we will sign right in. And this is exactly what you'll see in the back end. Just a little note, if you're not already a fan on Facebook or following us on Twitter, you should definitely do that. And you can do that from right here. But we're going to get to WordPress. So we're going to scroll down until we get right over here to plugins on the left hand side navigation. And you can also see the little WordPress logo right there. So we're going to click on plugins. And here we go. We already have a blog created on this, so for purposes of you guys being right on the same page with me, I'm going to add a service because you can have up to 5 blogs and a basic account. So we're just going to add another blog, and I'm going to add the name. So I'm going to name it tutorial. And you also have the option of setting this to primary or not. If you set it to primary, this will be the main page of your site. If it's not set to primary, it is going to be something like blog.your main domain. But again, if it's set to primary, it's just going to be your main domain. It's going to take you right to this site. So you can see the difference. When you set to primary, it just kind of clears out that area because they're not going to use it. So I'm not going to set to primary just because. So you want to create that. You can also use the already created one. I'll go over that too. So if you wanted to use the already created one, it would appear right here, and it would default be blog.yourdomain.ws, and it would be set as off. So you would come in and just want to turn that actually on. And then from there, you'd be able to go to edit or see what's already set up. But I'm going to go down here to the one I just created, and I want to go to edit. And right here, it's going to ask you for your login information again. It's the same login information from your members area. This is what the back area of your WordPress blog is going to look like, and it's actually called the dashboard. So I'll try and refer to it as the dashboard from here on out, just so there's no confusion. So I'm just going to show you real quick. This is what your blog looks like before you've done anything. So just an easy, simple template with recent posts, recent comments, archives, categories, and you can start posting. If this is all you want, if you're looking for a platform just to start posting, you don't really care what it looks like, then you can do that. And I'm actually getting into posts right now, and then after that we'll cover stuff like themes and plugins and widgets, which will make your blog look totally different. So to post on WordPress, all you need to do is come over here to posts and click on it, and it's going to pop open with a few options. We want to add new. And there's always a default post just from WordPress, this little hello world post, which you saw on the front end too. You can just trash that. It's easier instead of maybe forgetting to edit it right, or just get rid of it. So we're going to start fresh and add new. So right up here, as it says, this is where your title is going to go. So title this my first post. And you want your titles to be a little more descriptive than that. Obviously you want some keywords in there, something to really draw people in. And before we even get to the text, we're going to look at this right here. This is your permalink. Permalink is the link that will always take you to this post. And right now it's just our domain name / $P=5. And for the purpose of search engine optimization, that really doesn't tell search engines anything about this post other than it exists on this domain. So we want to change that. So you're going to go and do change permalinks, and this is going to take you to actually what's part of the settings, but it's a little quick way to get you there. And the default, as you see, is that little number format. And you can decide what you'd like it to be. If you want to be day and name, month and name, you want to keep it as the numbers just to keep it simple, but again, it's not that great for SEO. Or you can use your own custom structure. So I'm just going to go with month and name. That sounds good. Okay, and from here that will be saved, and it shows you down here what the structure is, so you can kind of fiddle with that if you want to make your own custom structure. See how they title it with the % signs and post name. It's if you want to get creative, but really any of these options are just fine. So once you save that, you're going to want to navigate back to your posts. And it's a little weird here. Just go close this original window. And when you go back to this post, you will see that the permalink is now for 2011, my first post. So that's great. It's better for SEO. It'll be great for SEO if it says something more specific than my first post. Also, WordPress now has a great feature that, I'm not sure if you've read the blog post, but we did a blog post on link tracking and short links. And this link can be pretty long. So if you're putting it in like a Twitter update or even a LinkedIn update, something where your space is limited, you can get a short link. And right there is your short link, and you can just copy and paste that. And I'll still navigate to the same page, and your permalink will always be this / my first post. So once you've got that set up, it's time to put your text in. And you can write right in this window, and it's just like a Word document, or you always want to save as you're going along. You can actually paste in this window. So I pasted that. You can paste from pretty much any source. Just check your formatting, because it can get a little weird. There can be some extra spaces, so just, don't just paste and go. You got to check what you did. And there's also a little bit of formatting, bold, italic, strike through. You can do bullets, numbering. You can actually translate a little. It's still machine translation, so beware. And let's see, you can make this full screen. So if you really want to treat it like a Word document, you can make it like that. And then we'll just click that again to get back to our regular screen. And then there's also this little button. It's the kitchen sink button. So this is all the kitchen sink. You can just make it really simple with just the stuff. This is the kitchen sink. The kitchen sink allows you to add some more formatting with paragraphs, justify, text color. These two little things are also a trick to try and save some formatting. If you're copying and pasting from Word, that's the W, and that'll hopefully save any formatting you did in Word. Copying and pasting from TextPad or just a text editor, you can hit the T, and hopefully that'll save any formatting or line breaks you have. Let's see, you can also take away formatting from anything, so just highlight and take away the formatting. And then you've got your indents, your undo, help. So now we've got a lot of text. This is exactly how we want our post to be. We've proofread it, and we're ready to publish it. So now it's not published yet. A draft is just, you can save it in here, and I'll show you. It'll actually just sit in your posts, and that's where it'll lie until you want to publish it. So in order to publish it, it's pretty easy. There's a few settings over here. Right now it's a draft status, so that's going to change when we publish it. Visibility is automatically set to public, but you can change it to password protected, private. You can also make this just a sticky page so that this page is always on the top of your blog. So any new post will always come after this page because it's sticky. I don't really recommend that unless you have a specific purpose for it. Alright, so we do want this to be public, and when we want to publish, we're going to publish it right away. So just hit publish, and now you can see it. And this is live on your blog. Now also, if you don't want to publish it immediately, you can go right here, you can adjust the date, month, you can do it way in advance, and it will set that to publish, and it will always will, so it's pretty good that way. Alright, now a few ways to format this blog post. You want to add categories. So, maybe advice this would fall under, maybe news. And categories are basically a way for someone, when they come to your site, to kind of find what they're really looking for. They're looking for news, they can click on the news category, and you want your categories, you want them to be broad, so that multiple posts can fall into a category. So you're probably going to do multiple news posts. So that's a great category. You don't want to make a category of my first post because there's only one of those, so it's kind of a waste. Now, tags, which are down here, post tags, those are good for something like my first post. Just because tags are more story specific and you can just use them once. But you also want your tags to be really about keywords. So maybe the tag would be advice or breaking news. You want to think of what people might be searching for. And you can make, if you're very specific post, you can make it about members area or your upline, and you can make that your tags, and those are also great keywords. You really want your tags to be based off of words that kind of occur often in the text, and it's going to drive people to your blog. So you can update that, and that's really it. This post is already up on your blog, and you can see it here again. And if that's all you need, you're ready to go. But let's go over the post just a little bit more. If you wanted to edit it, you just click on posts, and you can see all past posts in here. We just have one. You can also do a quick edit where you can change the title, you can change the categories, add more tags. It's a pretty great little feature. You can also add to the categories not within a post. You can do it right here. You can also add to post tags, again, not within a post. You can do it over here. So that's it as far as basic posting.